and your boy was battling the porcelain throne last night until about 3 a.m. So I needed a little pick me up this morning, and
glad you're better.
I am. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
I went next
Did
door.
you get drunk?
No, I just
you went and got boiled eggs from a gas station.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I feel like you guys would have more sympathy if I was drunk, because that was a poor decision probably to go get 4 hard-boiled eggs from a local gas station.
There is no
Vitality approved.
There
Steve
is no way
and Marcus.
that Nikki bought boiled eggs from a gas station.
Oh, Mr. Maben, to quote the lovely
There
Beyonce,
is no way.
You must not know about me. You must not know about me.
I don't know adults who would make a decision like that.
Yeah, the operative word there being adult.
Making
a whole lot of assumptions.
I mean, how
this is fair.
How many times did you battle with that decision, or did you just go in there and it looked good?
Well, it was sort of a thing of desperation. I needed to eat dinner, and I was like going to swing by, say hello to Pops, and there wasn't much open. You know, I was going to go to Panera, but they were closed.
Did you want to end up in there with Pops?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I felt fine, but I think the problem was I drank too many sparkling beverages too, and then I had some pickles from there too, and they all got no, it wasn't pickles. It was the little snow peas. You know, they do the little snow peas that are like in the whatever. So I had some of those. I had those people were very pink, and then I had some apple chips, and I think they were all just fighting down there. Like I picture all of those foods because
he was trying to get out of something.
No, I really wasn't.
Yeah, you were trying to get out of something.
Dude, this amount of like violence has only come through 1 or 2 times in my life. It was, I mean, I feel fine now. It just was, ooh. But all those things are healthy foods. Like I picture like just a bunch of hippies.
They're not healthy foods. Nothing from the gas station is a healthy food.
Yeah, it's
Nikki.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean, it wasn't. I wasn't getting like the donuts or the little tornado, cyclone, cholesterol dogs.
Yeah,
maybe my body was like missing those, and it was like,
no, it wasn't.
You need to eat this food,
especially when you've been eating healthy.
It was rough. I will say, between eating very healthy yesterday and crapping out part of my soul, I am down below 230 for the first time in about a year and a half.
Well, congratulations!
Thank
about
you,
that.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, you do look good.
Thank you.
You look good. You're doing well.
I feel like I'm borderline emaciated today, but yeah,
you're doing well.
But thank you.
Catherine on the YouTube channel says Nikki had the equivalent of the Mentos and a Pepsi.
That's funny.
In his stomach.
Yeah, that was probably
that
was about right.
It's actually perfect.
Didn't come out of my mouth.
Yeah, you were asking. You were literally. I'm gonna put a concoction together. What's the most violent concoction? You get a Bunsen burner and just try to figure out. Just figure out.
Become Walter White.
Yes.
Yeah.
What can I put together in this petri dish and Bunsen burner to design the perfect? I'm literally going to try to create an enema out of these materials.
Oh, man.
What do I need? A gas station boiled egg. I need a.
If you guys want the recipe, it's
this is
2
not
sparkling beverages.
Listen,
4 hard-boiled.
Let's
eggs.
not do this because this is too early in the morning.
Yes.
Everybody's having. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah,
Everybody's having a great morning.
Day, man.
And here's the thing: I needed the beautiful morning today because Steve, I talked about the traffic. I want to start here today.
Okay.
I talked about the traffic. I talked about the lessons of humility. Listen, we do. I think I speak for everybody when I say we consider ourselves public servants.
Okay.
In theory,
voices of the people at the very
voices of the people. Great description for the morning. Voices of the people. We feel, because I'm sure you hear this, Steve. Man, you say the things for us that we can't say.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that 22 times a day,
mm-hmm.
especially if you go out in public.
I was out at a place last night. Somebody came up and was like, man, appreciate y'all doing what you do. Right. On a consistent basis. My daily trips to Kroger. Yeah.
If I go out in public, I'm going to get 7. Man, speak for us, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, too, there's not a lot of my delegation in here. So I get the extra acknowledgement like, hey, man, I know you get pissed off sometimes, but We need your representation in there, which is a good extra compliment, that people go out of the way. But generally speaking, I won't even narrow it to delegation. I'll just say Louisville fan. Hey, we haven't had a radio station, a show like this in all of our years to discuss it. So I get a big part of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
The reason I tell that story is to say, hey, we all are fighting for the same cause at the end of the day. How we get there is always different. But here's the thing. Steve and myself have built up a wall of more or less positivity here. You know what I'm saying? We have negative issues, but the general vibe, like people are shocked when we have a pissed off negative show, right? You know how we avoid a lot of these things? We do things like, nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah.
I missed that. We haven't done that.
We haven't done that in a while, but I've done it enough for everybody.
Hey.
Hey.
Can we do it today?
We'll see. But here's the thing. There's a reason we do that. There's a reason when Steve is pissed off and about to enter mortal Twitter combat, Steve will call me and I will consigliere Steve, what can you win out of a response? Nothing. Because that person is not on the fence about his opinion. So this is you won't be debating somebody. You'll be spitting in the wind if you respond to that. I sat probably with every person in this whole studio at some point and said, you will not gain anything responding there. Now, there are some times where I say, oh yeah, you got to address that. But rarely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them interrupt they got everything to gain. You got nothing to gain. It happens all the time, right? But you got to be protective of your energy, of your show energy, of your social media energy. You got to be protective of this stuff because it will infect you. It will infect you. It will drag you into mud fights. And
consider it venom. Like it just kind of.
Yes. Listen, it's that. It's that being on The Fifth Element, one of my favorite, most underrated movies on the planet. It's that being. They shot bombs into this blob that was coming to destroy the planet. And every time they shot something aggressive into that blob, it got stronger and stronger and stronger, right? That is what Twitter is. When you shoot back into the blob to defend yourself, it's going to get stronger. So,
well, and there's not really like, do you know I've had a guy in my mentions for like the last 2 weeks calling me a liberal?
That was actually my shadow account.
I'm like,
if I say it to Steve enough, it'll start.
I know. Like,
welcome, Steve. Welcome to my side.
He's like, he wrote me the other day. It was like, you and your Democratic partners up there. I'm like,
what's up?
Do you listen? Moi?
What was your take that got him so hot and bothered?
I'm not real sure.
And what is
I'm like, me?
What is the thirst to put us in these political ideologies? Like, why are people dying to have us in?
You said something that challenged his thoughts, and then he was like, well, we were supposed to be on the same team, and I'm obviously right, so you're obviously wrong.
No,
it happens on the blue side too, trust me.
No, I don't think he even thinks we were supposed to
he just wanted to fight
on the same, yeah.
Point being, the blob of energy I don't shoot back at, because here's the problem. My goal is to protect this planet. Listen, we are brought here to protect the planet of the University of Louisville. It's what's giving us our energy. That's what's giving us our, our voice, here, our passion, our goal, all the stuff, right? So, Nikki, I'm going to tie this all together with the traffic. Being that things get passionate and we must protect our energy at all costs, your boy Maven during these trying times, pew, 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 y'all getting blocked. Y'all are getting blocked. If I'm trying to save this university and I know what to do to save this university, listen, I've told Steve, Steve and I have these conversations. I'll keep it light, right? But let's just say there was a certain oppressed people in the United States of America a long time ago who longed for freedom. Okay? These people who longed for freedom would have to either hurt, maim, or not let certain people who are also kind of just longing for freedom, but they're a little happier in the current state. Those people usually live in the house a little more, right? They don't have the same longing for freedom like me and Steve. We're the oppressed, right? So here's the thing. If I know me and Steve need freedom, and there's a couple of guys in here who are just kind of comfortable where they're at, we got to tie these dudes up. When we leave for freedom, because they'll tell on us. They'll tell on us, or they'll trip us, or they'll do something to stop the freedom, because they kind of want freedom too, but they don't really think they can make it to freedom. So they ain't going to let me and Steve bring our people to the promised land. They're going to sabotage us. Ironically, these people are called Stevens.
I was literally just about to say, Stevens played by Samuels.
Yes. So here's the thing. You got to get blocked. I don't need your negative, infectious, disease-ridden mind state when I'm trying to do something for the greater good of the university, right? That's for starters. But I'm quick. And sometimes I don't take my time. And, well, maybe they're trying to say this. Because I get so much of the negativity from the Kentucky fan, from the loser guy, from, sometimes I'm just like, bam, 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 block, and some people catch strays, right? But here's the thing. Somebody catches a stray. You know what they do? Man, Steve, I thought I caught, they hit up Steve. Man, I think I caught a stray. They hit me up on you. They listen, they homeboy who you still follow me. Hey man, I listen, I don't know what's that. I think I caught a stray. I like listening to your show. Let's work. If you listen to me long enough, I got no problem backtracking on the stray.
So say you did that a few times last
all
night
the
on
time.
The
all the time. I do that, right? But here's the thing. This is traffic, right? I'm in traffic. Somebody in my blind spot, a little bit in my blind spot. Not quite cut off blind spot, but I gave him a little, I'm getting ready to pull in that lane, you know what I'm saying? And then they kind of slowed down and gave me the, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh shit, my bad, And I went, oh yes, yeah. Sorry. And I will go out my way to say, hey a minute, that was mine.
Right.
My bad. Then there's guy, right? You get blocked. You're not happy you got blocked. You start saying things like soft as Charmin, right? That is cut you off, slow down,
right.
Middle finger.
You're getting the full Monty.
Yeah, you're getting the full treatment now because the traffic gods put me here to cut you off and piss you off by the way you got on that horn. You know what I'm saying? Listen, stop sign guy, a little slow on the brake. You know what I'm saying? You give him a grace. I know you're peeking down at your phone. We all been,
exactly.
We all peeked at our phone a couple seconds at the stoplight. Blah blah. Super horn honk guy. Slow down. Turn on the signal. Drag it out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to make sure I let people understand this in the morning. You catch a stray? Let me know. And I got no problem saying, hey, y'all know this is an emotional time. I'm doing important work right now. You might end up in a spot. But to get on there and go soft like I don't have an important, like I'm not a voice of a lot. You're right. I'm not a voice of a lot of people right now, from Bowling Green to Springfield to Hopkinsville to over the border in Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like I am a voice of a lot of people. And this is a very important situation, transitional period we're in the middle of. Last thing I need is a tempted troll guy disturbing my message. And listen, it's okay if you have your own message on your own wall. Do that. You don't have to tag me in it. That's your own independent thought. Go live it. But see, they'll get on my wall and my most talked about things. And they're always, I don't know why you think this is, because it's my freaking opinion. And it's my job and it's my profession. And sorry, but it's my area of expertise. Something fascinated me yesterday. Steve.
Okay. Listen.
During my social media scrolling endeavors, right? People don't even realize the things they're saying when they say things like, that's what happens when you let former players have a say-so. Okay, what does a search firm do?
Mm-hmm.
Who does a search firm go ask about coaching jobs? They ask coaches, right? Let's just say they ask all kind of people. They ask coaches.
What if, by the way, I can't read them all, but the text line is just cracking me up with some of the comparisons.
I'm listening.
No, I can't. I mean, they've got us riding in on horse and buggy. Like this one says, like Dr. Schultz, and I mean, so that comparison that you were just going down, I was like, okay. I mean, it's a good comparison, but
no, I drug you into it.
I was like,
sometimes they listen.
I think I'm being held captive.
How else can we loosen up the awkwardness of history? Okay, so here's the thing. You'll be fine. Y'all. Get over it. Okay. Now here's the thing. Search firms.
Mm-hmm.
They go ask a couple coaches, well-respected coaches with basketball acumen. So what if I said, yeah, we got 2 Hall of Fame coaches who are no longer at the program and don't have any skin in the game? And they say, hey, Kenny Payne kid can coach. He can really coach. So we would say that's almost like a search firm level check mark, right?
Right.
And
endorsement there?
Yeah. Just a bootleg search firm endorsement. If you said, well, 2 Hall of Fame coaches who are not coaching anymore, who don't want to coach at Louisville anymore, both said they think this guy's a good a good coach. It's not me. It's not me going out my way to make a case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Former players. Junior Bridgmans, Butch Beards, Darrell Griffiths, right? Okay, those are the Michael Jordans and James Worthies and Perkins of Carolina, right?
Sure.
The names, like every school has their luminaries, okay? So Carolina job comes open, right? They come up with a committee to see about it, a new head coach. It has Michael Jordan, James Worthy, and Sam Perkins. Would y'all call them idiots for letting Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, and James Worthy have some say so? Would y'all say they was out of line for letting Jordan and them decide? Or would you say, well, Jordan's a great player, but he didn't know anything about coaching. He didn't recognize anything. I mean, we are talking about experts at basketball, at least. Oh no, we need to go hire a firm with analytics that can tell me, or can tell Michael Jordan, James Worthy, and Sam Perkins who the better coach is for North Carolina. I mean, I'm not saying you can't bring in an analytic guy, but you sound stupid to me if you say Jordan, Worthy, and Perkins are not experts in the field of basketball and a decision being made at your university, which you also donate huge amounts of money to.
Right.
We have our same group of experts who donate huge money, who have been the face of the Louisville brand for all these years. Okay. Is it important that, okay, your team currently has 9 players on it. Let's just say 9 players with eligibility to play next year. Every time there's a coaching change, the family and the players are at the very least listened to about how they feel about the program, right? I think that's fair.
Yeah.
A current team, we have freshmen, sophomores, and juniors who are going to be here. Hey, how do you feel about the program? How would you feel? You know, what kind of coach would you want? You know,
Also, you're talking about former players there.
I was talking about current.
Okay, yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, no, yeah, but you were.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave out. The texter brings up a good point. I didn't want to leave out Denny Crum, Coach Crum, Coach Rick Pitino,
Yeah,
2 Hall of Famers. I know. Look, well, I played for him, so. And that's why I would love Kenny Payne, because I mean, a fellow brother who we're in the same fraternity. We all played for Coach Crum at one point. So, so you know, but 2 former Hall of Famers have both endorsed him as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
You hit me with a Nikki just now.
Okay.
I totally said that.
That's a verb.
That's
Nikki's a verb right now.
Steve, that was exactly what I was starting this conversation with.
I was reading the Discord. I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
I was paying attention.
I started this entire conversation with 2 Hall of Fame coaches endorsing the current coach, Kenny Payne.
That was a great way to start then.
Yeah.
That's how I would have started too. That was really good.
Had you been paying attention?
I'm not gonna lie, because normally the roles are totally reversed. I was having that moment where, you know,
Were you saying, Steve,
where,
were you
where,
listening?
you know, coach is breaking down a drill, and then, you know, he's like, Thompson, like, you know, what are we doing after we dump it back in? And you're like, we're gonna do sprints now, because you weren't.
You didn't hear a word I said.
By the way, we did get a text. I just want to address this text and then get back to your point. It's really good.
Uh-huh.
A texter says, and I don't know where they know this. Texter says a certain someone from the past here at Louisville told y'all to pipe it down just a little bit.
Oh, I saw that
Listen,
last night on the Midnights.
Yes.
I got to get that vodka, by the way.
Hey,
That looks good.
awesome. Listen.
That looks good.
And when certain people speak,
You pipe it down.
I am a alpha male, and sometimes when people speak, you just keep your mouth shut.
Go easy on my boy Mitch, man.
What?
That was a good dead fish thrown into the middle of okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Nick like really thought that was funny as it was like when it was going from brain to mouth, he was like, this is awesome.
In the words of Ari Spears, you know, F you guys, funny to me.
Yeah,
funny
right,
to
right,
me.
right.
Funny
Yeah.
to me.
It worked.
He's like, watch this.
Okay. Okay. So the coaches, now that Steve has joined the conversation,
Yeah, I'm in.
he
Let's do it.
gets the point with the coaches.
Yeah, it's good. That was a great point. I heard the former players think so. That was
Okay, the
yeah.
former players, you have a group of experts in basketball who are of high character, the highest character of representing your school, all this good stuff, right? So we would not besmirch another university like Louisville, and if they use their luminaries to help, right? Also, the parents and the current players, right? They should have an opinion in something like this, right? Okay. Now, this is me. Everybody knows what I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
This is me talking about my tweet from yesterday, right? I've already given you 3 groups of people who we can't deny it makes sense that they have an opinion, and their opinion is what it is.
Mhm.
Okay. And again, I've calmed down too, and I've got perspective, and I heard other people's alternate perspectives, but I am still doubling and tripling down on parents, former players, coach luminaries, right? Alumni. Let's say Okay, alumni fans. These are two other groups, right? Steve and myself, we just have to say we're the biggest radio show in the state, the biggest Louisville radio show in the state.
I mean, I don't know the competition.
Louisville radio, like
I guess. I mean, yeah, we're on the home of
the University of Louisville.
University of Louisville sports.
So can we start making that claim now, Nikki?
Yes.
That we are the number one Louisville station in the state of Kentucky.
Yeah. If your competition, send us numbers and we'll compare.
Yeah, right.
We'll measure length. We'll whip them out.
Seen the numbers for.
They want to say nothing.
Yeah,
but yeah.
It's fine. It's not uncomfortable. Listen, it's competition. Everybody enjoys competition. Okay. So would I say, would it be fair to say the most Louisville traffic conversation in the state comes through us?
Yeah, that's 100% fair.
So if that is something known to be true, outside of a door-to-door Census Bureau of your opinion on Kenny Payne, anything short of that, or one of those awesome Bet Rivers Twitter polls that Nikki, because those are the only are the only scientific, confirmable scientific polls.
Which, by the way, he puts out during the show. Sometimes I'll see him pop up there. Currently, you want to hear the last three just really quick?
Yes.
They involve like Rolaids, Frosted
Pops just said he's stoked for some cereal tomorrow morning. So let's finish with the best cereal poll. That's actually really good. Okay, that was a bad example. Well,
that was a tournament. So.
My dinner was Vitality approved, but I did get it from the gas station. Impromptu Twitter poll, which gives us the best digestion and heartburn relief.
That sounds scientific to me.
Yeah, listen,
I'm just getting warmed up in the words of Al Pacino. This week, there's going to be 50 of them.
Happy Pie Day, folks. What's your favorite type of savory pie?
Jesus.
Comment your favorite pie below. Pizza, shepherd's, pot pie, or quiche. His polls are so corny.
Oh, they totally are.
Okay. Well, outside of a Nikki V,
having someone else read that, it's just like I'm gonna go whoop my own ass.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
Did I really put that? Yeah, right. Okay, so outside of Nikki's Bet Rivers Twitter polls, right? We would say that Steve and I would have an advantage on the pulse. A pulse of the largest majority of Louisville fan conversation in the state by simply doing what we do right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
so
fair.
I should comfortably be able to say, in my opinion, I think the majority of the fan base feel one way or the other. Satterfields, Patinos, Padgetts, yeah, I would think I would qualify as somebody who's, hey, Marcus, what do you think the majority of because I get asked that question. Now, if I wasn't deserving of answering that question, I wouldn't answer. Man, I don't even know. I'm not qualified for that one. Right? So now we got the alum section. You can put up the biggest fight there, but I'll say this. I am on. Let's see.
Oh, God, here we go. Anytime Marcus wants to, anytime he's feeling insecure, he'll go to this, like in private conversations. I'm like, man, Marcus, I get off phone. I'm like, yeah, Marcus must be feeling rough today.
Anytime I don't want to be a jock, I go to this one. I'm on the Dean's Advisory Board at the University of Louisville for the Department of Arts and Sciences, which is the largest department over at the University of Louisville.
It is actually awesome.
Which means the largest department of alum, we are in charge of the outreach to everybody and get them back affiliated with the university. It's a lot of stuff going on over there in the Dean's Council, whatever. I like throwing that one in there.
Yeah. Tell us Give us some insight on what's going on.
I hate Zoom meetings.
Okay.
They're so smart, though. Everybody in there is so smart. They're too smart for me. They're smart, and they dedicate a lot of time to it, and I feel guilty. And it sucked that the basketball season ran into a lot of meetings. Okay. So this is me saying from my cross section or my information gathering process. Hey, Kenny Payne. Oh, I mean, I know we're talking academics. Kenny Payne, it's gonna go to get that. You think so? So I can say, hey, out of my circle of arts and sciences world alum, I think for the most part, people like this little Kenny Payne deal. The people who are running those arts and science department have been here for years. Teachers, professors. The heart and soul of the university is still in the foundation.
Yeah. I do agree with that. I'll just
when we sit with Elaine Wise and she's up in that meeting.
She's the best.
Yeah. What do you think Elaine Wise talks about when we're not on the, when we break off into the teams meetings and stuff like that? Yeah. Well,
we got a
little time to kill on this Zoom side meeting. This is real life.
There's nothing made me happier, man. When you go down there and sit, she's
there today. Yeah. Because we're gonna enjoy. Listen,
we're gonna cheer.
yeah.
Because here's the thing: nobody at that university can tell Elaine why she can't cheer. So Miss Elaine cheers, and if Miss Elaine cheers,
we get freedom.
Then we cheer. Yeah. So it was like, yes.
You come to that little tunnel. And you see her sitting there, she turns around, and she always has cookies or gum for us.
I know.
She always has. She's just like so.
She would just be like,
here. I feel like that's Mama Minkin's energy.
It totally is.
She was like, here, you want to look? I brought some of this for the game. We're all like, under the table. We're
like we're in church. And Mom's trying to keep us quiet.
Oh, she's the best, man.
Take these. Like we smuggled in. Right, Skittles or something, just to okay.
It's the best. So then Nick pouted enough where we can't go sit there.
Okay, that was bazooka stray. What did I do?
So we'll revisit that in second hour. So all these things going on. All these things going on, Nikki. I say, hey, I can stand behind my majority opinions. And if you feel like I'm worthy of being attacked based on, well, you don't speak for every single person. You took your time to send me that. There's hundreds of us who hate Kenny Payne. I'm sure there are, brother. I live in the county. There's a lot of Louisville fans. Not fans of Kenny Payne.
Well, just one aspect of it.
Right. So
one characteristic.
I'm sure there are plenty of fans who don't share my sentiment. But when I say majorities, listen, national media. I didn't want to leave out national media. Do I got to argue that one?
Your boy Uncle Seth is a big fan. Said that we should have hired him like 3 weeks ago.
Never mind.
Which I still think was just.
So who's the other candidates?
You ruined the whole thing, Nikki.
I know.
Never mind.
Damn it! I didn't mean to. I thought I was amplifying the point.
Now I'm like, so who else are we looking at?
And here's the thing, Nikki. I can go back. I can go back in time,
but don't give me family members.
Listen,
he's not my Uncle Seth.
I can go back in time, Nikki, where people are barking. Well, Chris Mack, you said Chris Mack. Yeah, go get the tape. Well, I mean, if we can get Kenny Payne out of there, I'd really like to rather have Kenny Payne, but since I know he's not going anywhere, it's like we're going to be dealing with Chris Mack. Go get the tape. I knew the best coach was sitting at my rival school. The reason the TV market is what it is in Louisville and the state of Kentucky is because we watch our rival just as much as we watch our own program. Conversely, we've been studying their bench, their players, their relationships with their coaches, everything about them like they've been doing to us. So it's not like Kenny's just popped up out of nowhere. We know the Orlando Antiguas, the Chin Colemans. It's not name. Oh, well, just because Kenny Payne popped up out of or he went to Louisville, has some top. No, we watched him every single game for a decade. We watch players pissed off come off the floor, walk right past Cal, and go listen to what Kenny Payne have to say. With our own two eyes. It's nothing new. Okay. And around the Chris Mack time. So people barking at me about, oh, you were wrong about Chris Mack. Yeah, but I was right about, I'd rather have Kenny Payne, but and I'll still eat the Chris Mack book, but I'll fine, whatever. Right.
Yeah, but you're saying like there's a little nuance there.
Yes.
It's not
yes.
like a full on that you were beating the drum for Mac. I feel like you were at the same like where I am with Scott Drew right now. I'd rather have Kenny Payne, but okay, I'm okay with Scott Drew. Like I do the whole PlayStation Xbox.
You're gonna
analogy.
piss Steve off.
Yeah.
I don't take the Scott Drew thing as personal as Steve does.
What with the
Scott Drew?
Yeah, I mean. No, I like Scott Drew.
His odds of leaving.
I think they're very low.
Listen, that's Steve being polite saying he thinks the odds of Scott Drew coming here are lower than average.
And I feel like
it's great, coach.
You're not alone in that sentiment. And we talked about it yesterday, Patty and I. That got animated. It was fun though. Talk about the intangibles of all the coaches, the pros and cons.
Right.
I think that is a major one.
Right.
For Scott Drew.
Get ability.
Well, yeah, but right. I mean, it's not, it ain't exactly a bird in the hand.
Right. Okay. So all of these factors that we have went through say we're in position as a fan base, as an alumni, as a former player, as a current player, as administration. We're basically exactly the same thing that the search firm. The only thing is you have the, what do you call it? The cloak of responsibility to do the search firm, but they're going to be doing the.
I think it's a mantle, but I get what you're saying.
I say invisibility cloak. Let's have some fun, Nikki. God, don't be so serious.
Ross says the mood is lighter today.
Oh yeah.
Wonder why.
We got coffee. Thanks to our friends.
Thanks
to our friends at Jimmy John's.
Tyler Mountain Water and Jimmy John's. Thank you all.
And okay. But do you get what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
All these factors that I've named, we kind of are the perfect search firm for our own, or we have the resources to make a good, informed decision about a university. If you want to do, I thought the search firm was a waste of money, but whatever. You feel like you have to put something in between you so you can have plausible deniability. And
it's all CYA.
Yeah.
Like parents said, it's CYA.
Right.
See, and I agree with that. I'm not as bad on the search firm. Like, cause I'm like, I get them.
It's just frustrating because I don't know. And you also have to know the climate right now. So everyone is a little on edge right now with everything going on. But I don't know what the proper shot clock is for one of these things, because someone tweeted, it was like, hey, everybody, like, calm down. This is actually going according to schedule. This is what a normal coaching search feels like. But I mean, coming off of another, if you took a shot every time Louisville has said unprecedented in the past 5 years, I mean, you couldn't make it to lunch. So another unprecedented situation here. I don't know how much of it, the current climate is fueled by that, and how much of it is actually fueled by, look, it seems like there's a little dragging of feet. We had Tim Sullivan on yesterday and talked a little bit about.
Thanks for doing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm glad giving that platform.
That was so heartfelt. Thank you.
No, I'm just saying.
You have no idea.
You did awesome.
But he was talking about, the fact that they haven't got the search firm completely set up for the AD hire. And so, like when you hear stories like that, again, you wonder,
because due diligence is the most important thing around here.
Well, yeah, but is the due diligence costing an ample amount of time, or is it the fact we're all just impatient?
Speaking of that, we need to go to break soon. Check on something.
Middays, Marcus Maven on 939 Bill.
At Pepsi, we know now more than ever we play a vital role in supporting our communities, and we're looking for top talent to join our team in Louisville, Kentucky. Our competitive benefits and employee perks and discounts start day one of hire. As a CDL driver for Pepsi, we guarantee you're home every night, If you're currently out of work, out of school, or looking to launch your career with the best in the beverage business, look no further than PepsiCo. We're hiring CDL Class A drivers, warehouse team members, and store merchandisers. Apply today at PepsiFrontlineCareers.com. That's PepsiFrontlineCareers.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
We are on the verge of madness that this month brings, but don't let your heating or cooling system make you mad. If you have any issues, call who I call and who we use at the station, DFH Company. Now, when you buy a qualifying Trane HVAC system, receive 18 months special financing when you buy a complete Trane system. It's hard to stop a Trane, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
It's time to explore Spirit barrel-aged wines from Robert Mondavi Private Selection. Each wine brings together meticulous winemaking with the time-honored tradition of aging fine spirits in oak casks. Try unique bourbon barrel-aged Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay, rum barrel-aged Merlot, and rye barrel-aged red blend. Support local retailers and get delivery or pick up Spirit's barrel-aged wine from Robert Mondavi Private Selection today. Please enjoy our wines responsibly. 2021 Robert Mondavi, Campo, California.
It's the new year. That means change is here. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance.